I'm not okay, guys. I shot a whole video without pressing record. I feel like whenever I want to make videos, there's always something, and I don't know, this one has really pissed me off, but let's get into it. It's during my early 20s, my days were filled with habits that felt natural to me but weren't necessarily doing anything to help move me forward. I would spend hours scrolling on social media, jumping from TikTok to Instagram to Snapchat to Twitter, getting lost in funny videos, comment sessions. You know how the comment section can be funnier than the main video. You'd find me there. Not like I'm not one of those people that used to fight the comment section. No, I just used to go there, read comments, laugh, maybe like one or two. That's just all I do. So I would spend hours scrolling on social media. I would stay up late all night watching movies. Like, I'm one of those people that used to wake up the next day. That is me. I would stay up all night watching movies. I would wake up in the afternoon cranky as hell, telling people I'm not a money person. I'm not a money person. Don't call me the money. Don't. What is like? How can you be a money person when you didn't have good quality night rest? And I felt like it was okay because it's like, I don't have a strict schedule. I don't have anybody to answer to. So these were my regular routines, especially on weekends and on regular days after work. On days when I have to go to work, I will clock in 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But once I come back from work, I'm back to doing all of these things that were completely unproductive. These habits felt amazing because they gave me a feeling of freedom and comfort. Scrolling was an escape, saving me from boredom without needing to think too much. Like, once you are bored, you just carry your phone, you enter Instagram, you enter Twitter. There's somebody is always fighting. There's always something happening. So scrolling was kind of like an escape. Watching movies, reading novels was also an escape because it gave me an opportunity to actually step out of my own world and step into someone else's world. Sleeping late felt like, I was reclaiming my time. I could do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And also, I think it's also trauma from Madonna, like being in a place where you have zero control over your time. They can just wake you up. Oh yeah, everybody start running to pilgrimage center. So, just being in a space where it's like I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. I don't have to answer to anybody. I think it definitely got me intoxicated. These routines were a shield from pressure. Nobody was breathing down my neck. I could avoid the discomfort of making big decisions. It basically felt like a blanket from being responsible or from making important decisions about my life. Looking back, I can see, however, that I was dodging things that really mattered. I avoided setting clear goals when it comes to my YouTube channel because it meant putting myself up for potential failure or rejection. Like, what if I come on YouTube, people don't like me, people don't watch my videos? It meant putting myself up for that, and I just was not ready. I also avoided committing myself to a consistent posting schedule because that would require effort and risk. Because if we're being honest, shooting a YouTube video is not easy. Like I just told you, I spent hours filming and I didn't even bother to press record. You can imagine how annoying that can be. So shooting required effort, required risk, and I just did not have it in me to give into that. Scrolling and binge watching also made me sidestep the hard work of building my skills or facing my insecurity of not being good enough. I could also avoid the cost of discipline, waking up early, planning your day, facing hard tasks. I could comfortably run away from that, and all of those habits, all of those routines that I had, it just helped to protect me from. I genuinely believed I had all the time in the world because I was always the youngest in every room I walked into. Like back then at work, I had colleagues who would tease me. They would say I was doing child labor because why would my parents send me to school at such an early age, and now I'm graduated and I'm coming here to work? So I was always the youngest everywhere I go to. At 21 or 22, I'll say things like, oh, I'll start taking YouTube serious next month. Oh, I'll start writing my book when I feel ready. I still have time to figure it out. There's no need to hurry. There's no need to rush. Do you understand? I would plan to start tomorrow, and before you know it, a whole month has gone by, a whole year has gone by. You wake up one morning, you're 24, you're 25, and you're asking yourself, where did time go? The idea of endless time made every day feel like it didn't matter much. Like I could waste hours because there would always be tomorrow. And this illusion tricked me into thinking small actions like posting a video or reading when you don't have exams were not important. And it also made me grow to a point where I prioritize instant gratification over long-term progress. So I would rather do something that would give me instant satisfaction, instant enjoyment. Like I would rather watch this funny video on YouTube than to take time to actually shoot a video for YouTube that will probably get me like what, 2-3 views. Even though each day dragged, like scrolling for hours or watching just one more episode made time feel slow, the years went by in a blur. I'll never forget one morning I woke up and I was like, Daddy, you're 27. It wasn't even the number that was scary to me. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like scared of getting old or they want to hide their age and all of those things. I'm not even into that at all. But it was the realization that I was still in the same spot as I was when I was 21, 22. I was still planning to take YouTube serious. I was still planning to write a book. I was still planning to travel. I looked around my room and everything felt familiar. And I just felt this intense fear that if I continue like this, I would wake up at 30, 35, 40, still at the same spot. And the cost of that will be huge. Like, imagine living a life with no financial stability, because where do I want to get the money from? I'm not putting any real effort into my career. I don't get to call my girls and say, you guys pack your bags, we're going to Greece, or pack your bags, we're going to Paris, we're going to shake our ass on a yacht. I don't get to do that. I don't get to give my family the life they deserve. I don't get to support my man in building our home. I don't get to care for my kids the way I want to. I don't get to impact people through my content the way I want to. And most importantly, I have to live without regret, knowing that I could be so much more, I could be bigger, but I allowed comfort, I allowed laziness to hold me back from reaching my full potential. Time didn't slip away with some dramatic turn of events. It was slow, gradual, almost invincible. The days were blending together. I would wake up, scroll, watch movies, chat with friends, do the same thing over and over again. I'll plan to post a YouTube video, but then I'll spend the whole day editing one thumbnail. I would say, I want to go and look for topic. I'll go on Twitter, and before you know, they are fighting somewhere. I'm there. Each day felt insignificant. It didn't matter if I did all of the things I said I was going to do. After all, there would still be tomorrow. But those days quietly stacked up, and before I knew it, years had passed. I realized years could vanish as quickly as 2019 to 2025 did, with nothing to show for it if I didn't act fast. And all of a sudden, time moved from one endless resort to something precious, and I started to see each day as an opportunity to move the needle a little instead of a throwaway. I was terrified of waking up at 30, 35, 40, still in the same spot, because back then I wasn't the most enthusiastic about getting married. I always used to say, before getting married, I want to make sure I have something. It's not even about the quantity of the thing, it's not about the numbers, it's not about how much money I'm making from the business. I just want to have something to call my own, something I'm passionate about. And you find out you're 27 and it's like you've not even made one positive step towards getting that thing you really want. Time is worth more than money, because it's one thing you can't buy, you can't borrow, and it's the foundation on which all of your dreams, your growth, your plans, they all build with time. It's not something you can buy, it's not something you can borrow. Once it's gone, it's gone. The thing is, you can't undo the past. I can't get back all of the years, all of the months, all of the days that I've wasted, but one thing I can do is to start making better use of my time. Since my wake-up call, I've had to change so many habits. Most importantly, I've stopped scrolling. Through the help of the iPhone screen time settings, I've restricted my social media use to just 2 hours. It was supposed to be just 1 hour, but I had to make it 2 hours, because aside every other thing I do on social media, I still have actual work on social media, so I still need some form of access. So for now, we're currently on 2 hours, but I'm trying to see how I can fit all of my work into that 1 hour. So after 1 hour, I can focus on myself. For movies, I only watch movies these days when I'm eating. I'm one of those people, like, I can't eat if I'm not watching anything. So now my TV time is meal time, and on most days I eat at least twice a day, so I get in like an hour 30 minutes of TV a day, and I think that is more than enough. I don't need to watch TV for more than 1 hour 30 minutes. I also try to wake up earlier. Of course, my relationship with sleep is still not at its best, but it's definitely much better. I plan my day, I'm more productive. And in fact, I do have I think I have 2 videos on my channel. I have one on time management, I have one on productivity hacks. So if you're interested in any of those things, I don't want to get distracted, I don't want to go into all of that, but if you're trying to be more productive, if you're trying to make better use of your time, I would advise you to check out all of those videos. They are packed with like so many information that will definitely help you. And of course, breaking free from old habits like scrolling, binge watching is definitely not going to be a walk in the park. I'm trying to unlearn bad habits that I've gathered over the years so it's going to take a while. But one thing I've learned, I'm learning to give myself grace. Once I find myself slipping into old habits, I give myself grace, I call myself out, I reset my day. There are some days 7 p.m 8 p.m I'll be like, Debbie, you've not been productive today, you've not done anything, and then I go through my list. Even if it's the simplest thing I find, I do it. So I also try to encourage myself. I celebrate my wins. Every video I upload, every new subscriber I have, it's important, it's a big deal for me, because I know how much hard work I put into all of this. So I want to let you know there is no universal timeline for success, and starting late would always beat never starting at all. When you start late, you're still on the journey, you're still in the race, you're still trying to, build your life for yourself. So I don't want you to feel discouraged. I don't want you to feel like it's too late to make it. I don't want you to feel like you've wasted too much time. Granted, you have wasted time, but you can still make do with the time we have left. For me, every day is a chance to start again, and the best thing you can do for yourself is to hold on to that. And no matter how many times you fall, no matter how many times you slip back into old patterns, into old routines, you bring yourself back. The most important thing is all of this experience, all of these things I've had with time has made me more hyper aware of time. It has made me appreciate time. I've come to a place in life where my time is like the greatest gift I can give to you. So at this point, it's like, if I'm giving you my time, if I'm doing something for you, if I'm spending time with you, if I'm even on the phone with you for 30 minutes, you have to appreciate it, because I've wasted so much time that the little time I have now, I'm literally scrambling. Like, I'm trying to see what I can do for myself. So my story isn't done, and neither is yours. The wake-up call that I had made me more hyper aware of time, and that awareness for me is power, because with that awareness, when I find myself slipping into bad habits, I can either choose to be that person and remain in the same spot as I was last year, the same spot as I was 5 years ago, or I can use that awareness to choose to be someone 8 years old Debbie would be proud of. These days, I'm trying to be more in tune with my inner child. I think of her a lot. I think of all of the plans, of all of the dreams that we made, and with that awareness, I just know that I can either do something that would make her happy, or I do something that would make her sad or make her cry. In as much as I want to do all of these things, I want to revamp my life, I want to be more productive, I'm also trying to prioritize rest. Rest is important, but unlike before, when rest was a form of escape, it was an escape from my responsibilities, from decisions that I had to make, it was an escape from working on myself. Now I see rest as an opportunity to recharge and come back stronger, to attack my goals with more energy. So of course, rest is also important. Like I told you guys, I still do the things I love. I still watch movies, I still read books. Every night before I go to bed, I try to put in 2 or 3 chapters of whatever book I'm reading at the moment, because it's something that is important to me and it helps keep me going. I want to end this video by saying, if you're like me and you think you still have time, please don't wait, start. The thing is, time is not going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, you're falling behind. It's just going to move and disappear quietly, whether you are growing or not. And while it's okay to take our time, while it's okay to take things slow, while it's okay to rest, to delay, you don't want to allow comfort trick you into standing still or remaining in the same position when you're supposed to be moving forward. Your dreams don't require you to be perfect, they just need you to start. And the sooner you start, the more time you have to fail, the more time you have to grow, the more time you have to learn. So yeah, I really just wanted to share all of this with you. I think the things I talk about on my channel are things I would say to my best friend, are things I would say to my younger sister, are things that I'm actually saying to myself. Okay, so I hope you learned a thing or two from this video. I hope you're subscribed to my channel. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.